closest and at times most controversial rivalries in all of college football. The two showcase programs from the state of Utah. This game has had a share of fights, had a share of feuds. At times it has been a figurative and near literal war. But to most, something about it still feels holy. BYU ready to put a foot to it and get this game going. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Utah's offense will get first crack at it today. Utah has been wielding bragging rights after blowing out the Cougars the last time they met.
Yeah, last year was Utah making the big plays offensively, defensively. They put the clamps down, David. Can they put a complete game together again?
And BYU making the mistakes. They don't usually make mistakes. Now, in a big rivalry game, can they be more physical and go meet that Utah challenge?
Fires to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. So now it's second and long. They'll leave it with him. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. That's caught. It's Bray. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? So BYU's offense will go to work for the first time. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback in this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful. They wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jason.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this.
There he goes! And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. This crowd knows when to bring it. Looking for a crease to the left. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. The noise level is relentless here on second down.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking to pass. It's Buckmeyer. Fires to the right. Makes the catch. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. BYU has this offense clicking. Power ahead. Touchdown, BYU! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. On the run, fires downfield. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. And the Utes want to move quickly.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Escapes trouble. It's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. They've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. The Utes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Lets it go to the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The give to the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Tommy, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
They boot it away. Cradles it at the 35. Not able to pop the big return, but they got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Utah! A great catch and run for 6.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he's stopped at the 14. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Snap it to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on 3rd down. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. Gets it out to the 21, and that's not enough to move the chains. It'll be 4th down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Now that is a play that will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And you could see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did his job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
Coming out with it, it's Reynolds. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. To the air, it's Bachmeier. Pulls it in, it's Pickett. He'll step out of bounds at the 23-yard line after a productive play for this offense. The Cougars in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Gives it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. We've reached a break. It's Utah holding the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. So they go back to work after try to pick up the first through the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bachmeier. And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. And the Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Leaves it with the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Finds his man. It's Bachmeier. At the 35, he's got room. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Behind the chains now on second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. That's caught. It's Hagan. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Cougars come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Trying to get rid of it. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. The deeper into the season we get, the more they win, the greater their confidence that they can finish strong here in the Big 12.
Heck yeah, Reese. The bigger the expectations get, the bigger the consequences get for every single game. So you know this league is tough. You know there's always a lot of points scored. You know there's playoff implications possibly down the road. So this team's got to continue to stay on course and continue to do what they've been doing.
No doubt about it. All their goals spill out ahead of them right now in play. The thing they've been really good at doing, outside of just being a talented football team and showing up, is that they've got their head where it needs to be every single week. Doesn't matter who.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. And the Utes are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down. Fires downfield. He's open on the right. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
When you reach this point of the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal?
To the air, it's Lagway. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Utes! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
They go to the ground. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The Cougars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the back. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Wants to go up top on first down. The sure hands, it's Hagan. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. This is why Rice-Eccles is one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your third down conversion in the midst of catch inside the 25. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Cougar!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Rides the back and leaves it on the option.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The play action fake. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Gets rid of it. Got a man. It's hooked. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. The Utes moving quickly to the line. Scanning the field. It's Glagway. Got it in the middle. It's hooked. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. To the air on second down. Finds the tight end. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. And the Utes have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Trying to make magic with his feet. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down.
And this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. This dude might break his career.
Touchdown, Utah! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And he makes the extra point. Starting in 1971, the Beehive Boot was established to determine the best team from the state of Utah. Boot itself, estimated to be well over 100 years old.
Man, this is one of the most physical college football games I think we see each and every year, David. And this game's been referred to the holy war between BYU and Utah, but this game almost feels like an NFL matchup because of the size and the physicality these two teams play with.
And Jesse, that's a great breakdown, and I agree with the NFL talent and all that stuff, but let's get back to the boot. 100-year-old boot. Like, that's what the prize.
Into the secondary on the right. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's 1st and 10. To the air, it's Bachmeier. Looking for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cougars.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Got it in the middle. It's Bray. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little further. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, the Beehive boot is on the line, and already BYU and Utah have given us some stirring moments.
Out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You, keep being aggressive.
From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. Got a man. It's Hagan. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving it forward just a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to throw. It's Bachmeier. Swings it out to the flat. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Reels it in down the left side. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. This BYU offense set up with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. The short hands, it's Pickett. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. And the Cougars can really attack on this second and short.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Good timing on the quick out. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. That's reeled in. It's Summers. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on third down. To throw, it's Buckmeyer. Forced out of the pocket. Breaks into the open. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. Trying to keep the drive alive. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. Off play action on first down. He'll take the deep shot. Makes the catch on the right side. They make the stop, but this junior loves to show off his arm strength, and he did it there. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Ball at the 31. 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Pulls it in. It's hooked. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Utes want to crank the tempo. From the red zone, looking for a man. And it's caught! Touchdown, Utes! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And Utah is starting to assert itself and seize command of this rivalry by building a big lead.
And the Utes are always ready. This is the team that you can always depend on. Rivalry game, week in, week out. They're built, they know who they are, they're disciplined, they're tough, and that's why they're winning this football game.
And I feel like Utah is also one of those teams that's just ready to pounce, right? They're ready for you to make a mistake, and then they take advantage of it, and that's what they've been able to do in this game. They came in with a good game plan, and they are executing.
Dropping back, it's Buckmeyer. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. The give to the single back. Can't get him to the ground. He showed off the stiff arm, but apparently he needed a couple more. A lot of defenders around to stop him. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. He's got it inside the 25. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. They'll go to the air. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, BYU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this QB starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for space. It's Bray. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. And the Utes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Buying some time. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the right. Finds his man. It's Bray. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. in the final period of this one. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Throws to the tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Looking to throw again. Quickly complete. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. The Utes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved touchdown, Utah! Quick strike through the air for the score. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, it's bigger dreams for this squad. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Makes the catch. It's Hagan. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires on the move. Catch in the middle, it's Reynolds. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. Got his man. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain. BYU has this offense clicking. They'll give it to the back. Across the 25. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Cougars pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Right back to the well. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Finds his man. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. On 1st and goal, let's see if BYU can score here. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, BYU! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Under fire. Heavy pressure lets it fly. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. He'll pull it down. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. BYU right back to the line. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Pittman. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Caught over the middle. It's Pickett. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And the Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Bring in the heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Flips it out to the back. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he's playing with fire. He's picked off. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Utes! What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing the coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw on 1st down. Spits it out to the back. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there. This offense needs all the help they can get today, and that pass interference penalty is a much-appreciated lifeline. To give as they work on that clock. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Utes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback extends the play. Got out of trouble and throws. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
Past the first down marker and still running. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. To the air, it's Bachmeier. With the catch, it's Pickett. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on second down. Looking to fire. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the catch. It's Pittman. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. BYU with the 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Time to take a shot. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. But it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. The Cougars had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Wants to fire on second down. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll get in for the late touchdown, the consolation prize, the window dressing score to make the final outcome a little closer. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody.